Let's go live to New York now. Law professor Catherine Ross joins us. Catherine, thanks so much for your time. First of all, I want to go to that point. We heard from Kevin McCarthy, and he was saying this is an outrageous abuse of power, a radical DA, and that essentially the House is going to have something to do with this. Here we go. It's on the screen right now. Sacred system of our justice system against President Trump, really having a crack at Alvin Bragg there, but also indicated that the House might have something to do with this or might bring repercussions here on Alvin Bragg. Catherine Ross, can you explain to us what power the Speaker or the House would have here?
The House and the Speaker have zero power to inquire. This is something that the Constitution does not contemplate. They have no authority over state governments. We have a federalist system. And even if that were not the case, which it clearly is, that they have no constitutional authority here at all, the Congress may not inquire into active prosecutions or active prosecutorial investigations or grand jury proceedings. This is completely out of bounds. And I have to say that if I was hearing a bit of your last guest or commentator, even if there was a place for people in Congress to comment, it is the Republicans who have politicized, or to use their word, weaponized the conversation over this indictment when it was forthcoming and when it was voted on today. We don't even know yet what the former president is charged with because we haven't seen the bill of...
Yeah, that's right. It's sealed. That's all we've seen from Alvin Bragg today, that he's confirmed the indictment. He'll be arraigned and it's sealed. So can I just...
So how can anyone comment if we don't know what the charges are?
Yeah, that's right. So explain that to me, because, we've had Republicans say the Democrats have weaponized this, but how do you see this? How's the weaponizing happened on the Republican side?
Well, the Republicans have just fallen into line at every point, and they routinely just say this is all made up. They buy Trump's allegations that this is a witch hunt, rather than supporting the rule of law. They claim to be the party of law and order. They've claimed that for decades. But we have seen, with respect to the former president, during his presidency and ever since, that all they will do is fall in line behind him and say he shouldn't be investigated, he shouldn't be prosecuted, and refusing to deal with facts. I would say this is a very, very important day for American democracy and the rule of law. And I say that because everyone needs to be held accountable. Yeah. Former presidents are citizens like the rest of us. And these are, if we are correct about what is in the indictment, at a minimum having to do with falsifying business records related to the payments to this former porn star with whom he had a one-night stand in order to get her out of the way during election season, 2016 election. This is the kind of thing that Alvin Bragg, as the New York prosecutor, has routinely charged people with. He's charged something like 100 people in the years he's been in the 1 year he's been in office. This is not something he made up for Trump.
Catherine, you make a really good point here, because this is a great leveler. You're right. A president is not above the law. Absolutely. If I could just drill down on this Kevin McCarthy tweet. The House of Representatives, quote unquote, will hold Alvin Bragg and his unprecedented abuse of power to account. Is that just grandstanding from him? Because you've explained to us that he has no power. He has no jurisdiction here.
It's absolutely grandstanding. So he made a statement a few days ago, last week, saying he wanted all sorts of documents from Bragg. He wanted Bragg to come in and testify at a hearing in Congress. And Bragg's office wrote saying, you have absolutely no power. Of course, we're not complying. And then reportedly, or reported in the press, McCarthy had members of his staff start calling Bragg's office. And they basically told him, in probably politer terms or maybe ruder terms, drop dead. We don't even have to talk to you. And this is unwarranted interference. It may even smack of obstruction of justice for McCarthy to try to intervene both publicly and behind the scenes where he has no authority at all in an ongoing case.